Good morning. Sorry for the truncated live stream yesterday. This is the software I use
This market is now in play.
for my live stream, and it disconnected, and then it told me it connected again. So I continued talking to myself for about half an hour until I realized there's only one person watching the live stream, and that was me. So apologies for that. Out of my hands, I'm afraid. There's nothing I can do. I'm not a techie. Had it all set up. I'll do the same again today. We were on a bit of a good run. Let's have a look at some of the key lessons from yesterday. So we'll work our way through. Work our way down. This would have been a first possible play. 1.11 favourite. Slavia Prague. Looking for a 0-3, 1-3, any other away score, if that is accurate. They were so close. And if you did go, you'd have had a trading angle in about the 60th minute. Don't forget, sometimes trading is about the hint that something will occur, not the actual outcome. So with half an hour to go, the market's thinking this could be 0-3. So that would get you a nice odds move if you went 0-3, 1-3, any unquoted. Or if you laid under 3.5 goals, which was also another angle. So interesting. Short odds should equal goals galore. In the Championship, missed this opportunity late on for a Sunderland equaliser. That was a real pity. 1.45. It was flagged up for you as well. Laying the draw second half. Gave that as a possible. Norwich did score first. So you would have got a trading angle out of that with the favourite scoring first. And late enough for the odds to move. They'll be disappointed, but Derby will take that. They'll take anything at this stage of the season. 1 point is better than none. Just edges them closer to Hull and Portsmouth, who lost yesterday, and Cardiff in the relegation dogfight. So 1 point better than none. You'll see that pattern. Sheffield United against Pompey again. 1-0 to 1-1. Portsmouth needing points, but Sheffield United eventually winning. We could have arguably laid that draw late on as well, given the fact both teams needed points for differing reasons. One to go up, the other to stay up. English League One, English League Two. Again, English League Two disappointing yesterday. I did make it amply clear when I put forward the Crewe match that be prepared to lose, because twice I've gone in now with Crewe in English League Two and they've cocked it up. Despite the in-play stats and everything else pointing in their direction, that's just when we go to these lower leagues, that tends to be what happens. Nothing much doing yesterday in League One. FA Cup, I wasn't too keen on playing it, but you could have laid that Desmond Tutu, Birmingham and Newcastle, I suppose. And this example twice yesterday of a team leading 0-2 and being brought back. Notably, a favourite 0-2 down on or around half time. Can get you a really good angle, and if they pull it off like they did yesterday with Stoke, and they did with Celta Vigo, you'd win yourself a nice amount. Lille and Le Havre, another one of those stories about the relegation threatened side getting the 3 points. Just happens at this stage of the season. Hull did it against Sheffield United. Accrington, Montpellier, bottom of the league, have done it. And now Le Havre. Look at what this has done to their standings. Has it improved? Probably not. They've just moved up from bottom to 17th, but they're within breathing distance now of what they're aiming for, a relegation playoff place, to give themselves another chance at staying up. So up to you if you played that or not. It's screaming out to be played, isn't it? At 0-2 at least. Keep your liability low at 0-2. But it's yet another relegation threatened side pulling off a big win against the Champions League side. We've seen it 3 or 4 times now. Pre-Champions League Dortmund cocking it up again. A couple of 0-0s Did I lose? Well, those of you who attended the live stream know the only way I lose in my lay the draws is if it's a score draw. Break even on both of these. That is a rarity for Bayer Leverkusen, but they did put Schick and Fritz on the bench to start with for some reason. But I broke even. I'm not going to show you in the video how it's done. Attend a live stream or become a member of Football Trading Profits. Learn that technique, laying the second half draw. Just click on the join button here and have a look through. Sign up for your free trial. Or get the Betfair Trading Made Easy course with Premier League research when it's on. It's the FA Cup this weekend. Leave your name and email address. Get you that Premier League research and your free trading course. If you want to attend the live streams, we had a free one yesterday. YouTube.com/@Football Trading Profits. Subscribe. When I do have a live stream, you'll be the first to know. So that was a pity there yesterday. Those 0-0s. But we broke even. I showed you how to do that in the live stream. It's a really good technique. Can get you a really big profit as well. This opened up the day and thankfully Andy got on. Laying at 106, 109. Doesn't matter who scores at the 3-3. Although I expected Magdeburg to. Missed the opportunity here. Third in the league. We've got to check league positions at this stage of the season. Third in the league, 1-3 down. Great angle with a whole half to go. Really low odds to lay Nuremberg. Big odds to back Magdeburg. Get to the 3-3. That's your cash out opportunity. Could have laid the draw here with that Ulm red card as well against Paderborn. So I missed quite a few yesterday. Could have laid that draw between then and then. So quite a few angles there yesterday. Atalanta were just emphatic. That's what we were expecting. Milan, once it became red card v red card, they got the win. Pisa Cittadella, don't forget to lay your second half draws. You can check it out at soccerstats.com. And it doesn't matter who scores, as long as you get a goal. We expected Pisa to vie for the top 2 berth with a win today or yesterday, with Sassuolo winning so emphatic. They're top of the league, but they couldn't quite cross the line. Another underperformance from a pre or post Champions League side, PSV Eindhoven. Did they concede first? That would have been your ready angle. Nope, they scored first. Something is up at PSV at these kind of odds. Maybe the market's not reading them correctly. Feyenoord, that's more like it. That's the scoreline I expect of that. 3-0. Pre-Champions League as well for Feyenoord. That's a good result. Radomiak Radom. Why would I be interested in this one? Well, they're only 1 point above the relegation zone, but this lot are bottom. I showed you in the live stream. So you will get the odd bonus like this. Radomiak Radom +1. It was the perfect play. Very, very late. Equaliser. Exactly what you want from a +1 play. 94th minute. Can't ask for better than that. Old Kaput. Kaputting. Slask Rocklaw. All about league positions again. And the research. Rakow equaliser. I hope you played that and got out. Katowice getting the late goal after a penalty. A missed penalty. So if you did cash out, don't forget once you cash out, you're guaranteed to be out. Villarreal, expected that. Atletico Bilbao, good stuff from them. This is another one of those 0-2s to 3-2s. So do pay attention. I'm not quite happy with the odds. Not a strong favourite. But if you can capture one of these, a 0-2 lead on or around half-time. You've got the half-time team talk. Don't forget you're in front of your home support. Half-time team talk. Your favourite. Boom. Beltran, Rodriguez, Svedberg. Boom. Julio Iglesias. Yellow carded for producing some awful albums during the latter part of his career. Madrid derby, no interest in that at all. Lausanne, Lugano, one of my late plays for you on Telegram. I hope you got on. It was coming. Boy, was it coming. Papadopoulos. Oh, Mr. Papadopoulos. It was clear as day. If you've got an in-play stats feed, look at that. It's one-way traffic. So had it not been an equaliser, I would have been extremely concerned there. Excellent stuff. And young boys returning to something like their best. But been a bit of a wilderness this season. That's about it, I think. England, the lower tiers. Now, Crewe go to 51 points with a win. 1.53 at home. Reaction to going a goal down, impeccable. Superb. Ticked all the boxes, but this is what I was telling you about at the live stream when you get involved in these lower tiers. You get some weird results, even though everything's lined up. This is twice now Crewe have let me down. I'm not going to happen a third time. I'm going to be ignoring them from now on. I bet you the next match, they'll be 0-3 down and they'll win 4-3. I bet you. Can't be doing with that lower tier stuff. That's when you start losing money. They just don't have the quality or the consistency that you need. Austrian Bundesliga begins today in alphabetical order. Collect your odds-ons. Red Bull Salzburg. Usual odds-on away to Austria Klagenfurt. Jupiler League. Union Saint-Gilloise might be involved in the Champions League. Westerlo. Strange to see Standard Liège not competitive as far as the market's concerned. Beerschot against Charleroi. Watch out for Beerschot, newly promoted, probably relegation threatened. You could check that actually in the standings. Just find an angle. They are at home today. They are bottom of the league, likely down. This is the exit point. 3 points today will do nothing. They'll stay bottom. Looks like it's a touch of the old Southamptons about Beerschot. They look down and done. Rijeka odds on at home. So I collect my odds on favourites for the live stream today at 1 or 2 p.m. I'll confirm that. And if it goes down like it did last time, I'll just start a new stream and I'll have to send that to Telegrammers. That's the only way I can do it. So a few odds-on favourites in the Czech One League. Familiar names: Jablonec, Bohemians, Banach Ostrava and Sparta Prague. Bristol City against the Swans. Well, let's take a look at this one. 1.8 favourite. Soccer stats. Well, contrasting form for these two. Can't buy a win since the start of the new year. Swansea, 3 consecutive away defeats, conceding at least 3 goals. Bristol City, only 2 defeats since the 10th of December, coming away from home on a run of 4 consecutive home wins. So it's looking quite good for Bristol City. 1.8 only today. Contrasting form. Unbeaten in 6 at home, conceding in the last 9 away. The challenge table will tell us where they are. They're vying for promotion playoff place, Bristol City, and they're unbeaten at home against 6th and lower, looking quite good. Do tend to score and concede against these mid-table to lower tier table sides, so watch out for that. 2-2 last time. No, it wasn't 1-1 last time these two met. The Swans away from home just got the 2 wins, but they tend just to lose. Look at all those 1-0s against the top 7. So they could be very competitive here today. But then that massive 5-1 loss to Norwich. Could be red card involved. And then they get beaten easily by 19th and lower. So it's very strange form. When they do win, it tends to be 1-2. When they do lose against top sides, it tends to be 1-0. So an interesting match. But on seasonal form, you're with Bristol City, but the Swans could be in their 1-0 mode and looking to keep things tight. So it's likely to be a strong second half set of stats. Well, 12 goals conceded in the last half hour. Watch out for that if they're competitive up to the 60-minute mark. 62% of goals scored by Bristol City have come second half as well. And if there's a 0-0 at half time, 7 0-0s at half time at home, 2 at full time, tend to convert 0-0 second half to first half. But don't be surprised with a 0-0 at half time. 50% of Bristol City matches. FA Cup, watching brief. Some sides are up for it, others aren't. It's as simple as that. Premier League. Premier League. Premier League. All the Premier League sides today are favourite, as you'd expect. French League 1. Lyon against Reims. Let's just take a look at the table. Make sure you know who's up, who's down, who needs what. We're even looking for motivation this early on, the early part of February. Lyon, 30 points. A win today takes them to 36 and a tilt at Europe. Conference League to start off with. Sorry, take them to 33. And then another win takes them to 36. So they can still do it, but they must start picking up wins. They've got games in hand. So that's Lyon. Let's just see who they're playing. Reims today. Reims have relegation to think about. They're 4 points above the relegation zone. A win today, Zoom, could take them top 10 or just outside the top 10. That's how vital 3 points could be for Reims today. Auxerre and Toulouse. Auxerre relegation and Toulouse safe-ish at this time. 8 points clear of the relegation zone, but it only takes a couple of slip-ups and a couple of wins from this lot. Like Le Havre yesterday, unexpected win. Strasbourg and Montpellier, bottom. Touch of the old Southamptons with this lot, but a win today takes them to 18 and a tilt at the relegation playoff places. So vital stuff for Montpellier today. Strasbourg, where are they? Mid-table, but 3 points to that takes them near to Champions League places. This is what we have to look at this stage of the season. Motivation. Bundesliga, Holstein Kiel against Bochum. Got a feel of a relegation 6-pointer about it, this one. Let's have a look at that one. Holstein Kiel and Bochum. Can we unpack anything there? Well, as you can probably tell with these two, winning does not occur that often, but 2 wins in 3 at home for Holstein Kiel. Sign of promise. And they're scoring goals as well, but mostly in defeat. They do have 2 goals in them. 1, 2, 4 of the last 5 matches have scored 2, but they've only won 1 of those matches. So they are very vulnerable. But Bochum, only 2 wins have come at home. It's a relegation 6-pointer. No draw in 10 at home. I would lay any late draw here because of the need for points. That's for sure. 17th against 18th. Must take points off your nearest rival. Holstein Kiel are unbeaten against the bottom 3. 2-2 last time these two met. Bochum at home against the bottom 3 have scored at least 2 goals. It's a tricky one, isn't it? But you see this cluster of wins against 11th and lower might signal Holstein Kiel are better at home against strugglers. But then we can't ignore these heavy defeats either. Not a match which greatly inspires, is it? But it is a match where you would certainly be looking at laying any late draw, given the need for points. Like Pisa, Cittadella yesterday. Strong first half goal scoring for Holstein Kiel. Strong second half conceding for Bochum. Dano. Look at that, 16 goals conceded. Massive 8 goals conceded in the 61st to 75th minute. Scoring first half again, if they do score. There's 71% of 7 goals scored in the first half. So we might see first half goals here. But it's not a match which greatly inspires, is it? It's a relegation 6-pointer So automatically for me, it's the draw that will be laid late on. Like we did with Magdeburg, that kind of thing. 1.06, 1.09. Low liability, captures any late goal. Bundesliga 2 will be worth watching. Köln are heading up, aren't they? Schalke should be heading up. Ex of the Bundesliga. Köln are third. A win today could take them top. Talk about motivation. Schalke, wow, a little bit too near the relegation zone here. A 7-point buffer. A win today takes them all the way near to the top 10. So it's crucial that Schalke gets something today away at Köln. Köln go top, possible automatic promotion. Playoff, automatic promotion place with a win today. Greek Super League, Oli and Asteras Tripolis, Olympiakos usually very reliable. AK Athens, Panathinaikos as well, normally very reliable. Italian Serie A, Venezia and Roma, newly promoted Venezia. Roma under the Tinkerman. He's unlocked the goals rather like David Moyes has done at Everton. The Tinkerman has done that at Roma. I would be favouring them today. Cagliari and Parma, tough one to call. Lazio, odds on at home. Bologna, Napoli, Udinese. Let's look at one of the less readable ones. Lecce and Bologna. Why are Bologna odds on away from home? And do Lecce need points? I suspect they do. Let's have a look. Lecce and Bologna at soccerstats.com. I'll have a look for a live stream time a bit later on, probably 2 p.m. today. And let's just check out this. Matt's got to go through all these hurdles. So Lecce
This
winning,
market is now in play.
winning sporadically, aren't they? Only 4 wins since the 2nd of November. Not putting together a run, are they? They did have an unbeaten run of 3 in November, but Bologna only lost 2 times, 3 times this season. Outstanding. So the onus really is on Bologna to continue that good record. Scoring 2 goals as well in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the last 8 matches have scored 2 goals at least. That is a strong foundation to work with. Is there a familiar name? There's Colombo, the detective. Fantastic stuff. One last thing. Castro, Odegaard. Looks like a number of different scorers as well, which the manager will like. The scoring is spread throughout the team. You can see that. There's no one name which continues to turn up
This market
consistently.
has been suspended.
So the manager will be liking that. Scoring 2+ goals and spread throughout the team. They do look the form side by country mile, don't they? Look very, very tough to beat Bologna. 13th against 8th. They are on the cusp of Europe. They do their best work against sides below them in the league where they've only lost the 1 match. And that, they still scored 2 goals in it. You'd be expecting 2 goals at least of Bologna today at their very best. Lecce, well, they haven't won at all against the top 12 side, home or away. They've even failed to score in 4 out of 6 matches at home against the top 12. So it's not looking too good for them. And Lecce's conceding rate is awful. Right before half-time as well. If it's 0-0 coming to the 30th minute, you might want to lay the 0-0 in a half-time score market or back Bologna. Look at that. 8 goals conceded in the last 15 minutes. Obviously a problem at Lecce. They can't see the first half out. Bologna, a very strong second half. 61% of goals scored, 67% of goals conceded have come second half. So an interesting match. Be solidly with Bologna there, wouldn't you? That looks about right. Napoli, top of the league against Udinese. Be expecting them to continue along their merry way. Dutch Eredivisie. Well, we had PSV losing at short odds. Feyenoord winning at big odds. We've got Ajax away at Fortuna Sittard. Utrecht at home to Almere. AZ and PEC Zwolle. Worth looking at the standings so you know who's struggling and who's vying for the title. Well, it's the usual two, PSV and Ajax. A win for Ajax today, got 2 games in hand. We'll go equal on points, but not goal difference with a win today. So that's big motivation for Ajax. Utrecht find themselves in the Champions League qualifiers. They'll be absolutely over the moon with this, but Feyenoord are breathing down their neck, having won yesterday. So the onus is on Utrecht to keep that distance. AZ Alkmaar are in the Conference League playoffs at the moment, but boy, would they love Europa League. A win today could assure that, at least for the time being. So there's plenty of motivation. Fortuna Sittard, they're delighted. They're in the Europa Conference League places. I think they're playing Ajax today, so they've got a tough encounter. At the base, Almere, again, a touch of the old Southamptons. They look done. They need 4 consecutive wins just to get over this barrier here. And that's with these two laying down and losing every single one of those 4. Ain't going to happen, is it? Particularly with Valvik putting together a draw and 2 consecutive wins. Sparta Rotterdam, a win today keeps them in a relegation playoff zone, but they get ever so close to Groningen, Heracles, Willemswee, PEC Zwolle, NAC Nijmegen. 3 points absolutely vital for Sparta today. This is Sparta, but they're not playing today. So get an indication of where teams are. Polish Ekstraklasa, well, we did get 2 plays yesterday. I showed you Radomiak Radom, and I showed you Rakow. If you did cash out at the 1-1 with Rakow, well done. Lock it in. So it might be worth following today. We've got Lech Poznan away, the only odds-on favourite there. Spanish La Liga, Valencia, well, being tonked now. I think there was 12 goals in 2 matches by Barcelona. They're odds-on favourite today, so you'd be expecting them to do something. Barca in exceptional form, should continue along that avenue, unless they've got the Champions League upcoming. Real Sociedad against Espanyol, another odds-on at home. La Liga 2 is worth following as well, particularly at this stage of the season. Cadiz, newly relegated. Elche, odds-on at home. They'll get my attention initially. Swiss Super League, watch out for Basel. They've been excellent. Came from behind last weekend to get a 2-1 win. But they're playing Servette today. I wonder if Servette are there or thereabouts at the top. They're not. They're 6th. So strange to see Basel not even favourite. This is a rare return to form for Basel. Zurich and Luzern later on. Well, it got us a play yesterday with Lausanne and Grasshoppers. So watch out. The in-play stats were very effective in Switzerland yesterday. Turkey, special ones. Fenerbahce are away from home. Galatasaray, very strong favs today. Live stream, I'm not sure of a time because we're missing the English football today. 1:30, 2 o'clock, I think, for Serie B and Serie A would be a good start for today's live stream. 2 p.m. Now, if what happened yesterday, the software disconnects, please bear with me, and I will contact Telegrammers. And if it's early enough in the live stream, I will start another live stream. You can hear that bird song. That's the neighbours. They've got a nest on my balcony. They attended the live stream yesterday. I'm not sure they did much trading. So I'll see you a little bit later on. Don't forget, if you want to join, go to footballtradingprofits.com and join up. If you want the Betfair Trading Made Easy course and the Premier League research when Premier League returns, stick your name and email down there. And don't forget the live stream. Probably a free one today. Free live stream. Yesterday's was good for however long it lasted. And I'm not a technophobe, I'm afraid. Well, I am a technophobe. Normally lasts for 2.5 hours, but I missed an hour. I was talking to myself for an hour, which I thoroughly enjoyed, of course. It's the first sign of madness. So have a great day. I will see you at 2 p.m. for a live stream. Make sure you're subscribed to youtube.com/@football trading profits so you're alerted when it begins. Have a great day.